Well, let's take all these questions to our esteemed panel. Joining us on Viewpoint tonight, we have Neha Bagga, who's the spokesperson from the Madhya Pradesh unit of the BJP, Kamru Chaudhary, who's a Congress leader, Professor Sangeet Raghu, who's a political analyst, and Mr. Javed Ansari, who's a senior journalist, joining us on the broadcast. Good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Kamruji, coming to you first. Is this a soft Hindutva pitch by the Congress party? Isn't the Congress party the party which says that religion and politics should not be mixed? But your own senior leaders are seen sharing stage with a lot of religious figures in the state of Madhya Pradesh. I don't want to take any names, and making statements which sound sympathetic to the idea of quote-unquote Hindu Rashtra. How do you reconcile that?
Anusha, I am surprised, but I can't blame you absolutely. As a journalist, you have a right to interpret the statements whichever way you want.
Sure.
The statements made by two of our tallest leaders in Madhya Pradesh are itself self-explanatory. Now, you must understand the difference between Hinduism and Hindutva, or Bharatiyata, or Indianness. There's a stark difference. You know, people like, let's say, your Assam's Chief Minister, Hemanta Biswa Sharma's statement, that he doesn't want the votes of a particular community. That is called Hindutva. That is majority appeasement. But when you come to the statement of Kamal Nath and Digvijay Singh, when Kamal Nath ji says that India is a population of 80% Hindus, it is already a land with a majority of Hindus out here with freedom to assimilate and accommodate all other different viewpoints from the religious point of view, like the people who follow Islam, Christianity, or Judaism, or let's say Sikhism. Yeah. We have all lived together. That is called Indianness. And that cannot be necessarily
with due respect, and let's keep my interpretations aside, do you have the quote verbatim of what Mr. Kamal Nath said? I have something in front of me, but I wanted to ask you if you have one.
Yeah, what did he say? You just.
I'll just quote him, sir, for your reference. Data shows that 82% are Hindus in our country. There is no debate here that we are a Hindu Rashtra, and there was also the sharing of state with Dhirendra Shastri, who is a religious leader and somebody who propagates the idea of Hindu Rashtra. He's spoken about it publicly many times, and Mr. Kamal Nath shared the stage with him. So what is there left for me to interpret, sir? I ask you very humbly.
What did Kamal Nath ji exactly say? He said India is a 80% Hindu populated country. Do we need to call it a Hindu Rashtra? It is already a Hindu state, already Hindu majority state lives out here. But what you must understand, the difference between a Hinduism, that's a stark difference between Hindutva that Narendra Modi and his party believes in, or the RSS and his Vishwa Hindu Parishad, or other ecosystems believe in.
I really want you to set the debate here before I invite other panelists for comments. So my second limb of question to you, the fact that stage was shared with a religious figure who has openly spoken about the idea of a Hindu Rashtra, how do you understand that? How do you qualify that, if I may say so?
Now you may call me a whataboutery. The Prime Minister going and inaugurating or doing Bhumi Puja of Ram Mandir, that is okay. Being a Prime Minister of a secular country. He goes to the Bohra.
Isn't that the politics that you oppose, sir?
No. The point basically is that you must understand an individual function or a state function or a party's function. Was there any banner? He has his rights to believe in a particular philosophy, an ideology.
We all do, but to support a certain ideology as a political leader is a different matter altogether. Neha Bagga, the question that the Congress party is asking is that any religion or the practices of any religion is not the personal propriety or property of any one political party. We are all Indians and we are allowed to share stage with many people. What's the big deal?
Anusha, first of all, I want you and your viewers to hear this, what Kamal Nath ji is saying.
Neha ji, actually the problem is the audio is not very clear. I've already quoted what Kamal Nath ji said. Why don't you come to the moot point?
No, this is the other.
So quote him for our viewers. We can't hear the audio. Yes, it derails the debate.
That is what I'm saying. Yes, that is what I'm telling. He's saying कि मतदान तक सब कुछ झेल लो, उसके बाद निपट लेंगे. And he's talking to Muslim community people inside the room. And there was another video in which Mr. Kamal Nath said 90% मुसलमानों अगर तुमने वोट नहीं दिया तो कांग्रेस पार्टी हार जाएगी. See, this is the same Congress which becomes fancy dress Hindu when Chunav is near. And plenty of the occasions we have seen Priyanka Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi visiting temples, going mandir for parikrama, and thereafter, what they do? Hindu terrorism. They coin words like saffron terrorism. And then where was I want to ask Congress spokesperson, where was Kamal Nath when Srimati Sonia Gandhi said that Ram does not exist, Ram kalpnik hai? Where was he when Salman Khurshid compared Hindu to ISIS, Boko Haram? Where was they when one of their leaders said that saffron का चोला पहनकर लोग जो है वो रेप करते हैं? Where were they when they termed that terminology like Hindu phobia and Hindu terrorism? See, there are plenty of occasions when Congress has blamed Hindu for no reason, and this is the time when election
Fancy
is
dress
nearby.
Hindu is the moot point that Neha is making here. Javed Ansari, sir, coming to you and taking in a view from you, do you believe that politics around religion or quote-unquote Hindutva will take the center stage as far as the political discourse in the state of Madhya Pradesh is concerned?
I'm afraid not just in Madhya Pradesh, but in other states as well. Come 2024, the stage is being set for the religious backdrop of that election. On January 20th, or give or take a couple of days, the Ram Mandir will be inaugurated. Already there is a petition to rake up Kashi Vishwanath, and now even for the Mathura, for Krishna Janmabhoomi. So the stage is being set. So let's not kid ourselves. The stage is being set. There is a huge undertones of religiosity. What Mr. Kamal Nath has always skirted that thin dividing line in the Congress. The Congress at the best of times is a coalition of right of center, left of center, centrists, all shades of opinion.
Sure.
Mr. Kamal Nath represents the right of center politics of the Congress party. They want to challenge the BJP. BJP so far has had a monopoly, enjoyed a monopoly as far as Hinduism is concerned, as far as the large majority. They want to challenge that, and therefore Mr. Kamal Nath has been doing this. It's not just this.
Yeah.
When the Ram Mandir construction started, he sent 4 silver bricks to Ayodhya. That was his personal contribution. So he wants to just reinforce his and the Congress party's Hindu credentials, so that all the Hindus don't just gravitate towards the BJP and the Congress is left out in the cold. That's a game that he's playing. Whether he'll be successful or not, we will only know once the results come out.
Once the